All right, we're going to be looking at an app called Educreations. And Educreations is an app for the iPad only, and it is a tool for educators and students alike to create interactive lessons for viewing. Like I said, this is an app that is based solely on the iPad and allows users to interact with a whiteboard platform, as we'll be looking at in a second, to discuss content. The use of images, videos, audio, annotation, hyperlinks, graphs, drawing tools, those all aid in the presentation. So as we see here on the screen, we're going to go over some specific features and instructions on how to use Educreations. So when you log in, you'll see my lessons, and you will be able to start creating right when you get in here. So I'm going to press on the plus sign here, and it will open a screen to start creating. This is the whiteboard, interactive whiteboard. And you can see here at the top, there are different colors to use for your marker tool. Those are all available to you. Other colors that you can change it to. So there's very many color options. There's an eraser tool here that easily erases any drawing that you do. You are able to screen record here on the app, and you'll press the record button and able to voice over, just like I am doing here, on your interactive whiteboard. There's also options here on this plus sign. So when you click that plus sign, you'll see there is text, there is an option for photos, and there's an option to take photos. The options here at the bottom, Unlock with Pro, when you use the free version, you are only getting the text, pulling from photos, and taking photo options. If you choose to use the paid, or your district pays for this app, you are able to upload documents, hyperlink, link to the web, include video from the web like YouTube videos, interactive maps, and so forth. So there are several other options that you can use with the Pro version of this app. Once you create a slide, so I'm going to just add a photo here, and here's an image. You can resize that image using your fingers, and then you have the finger tool that allows you to move. You're able to use these tools to draw on the picture, whatever you are choosing to explain, and use that voiceover tool to use that as a tool to explain what you're drawing and why. Then you're able to add a page. You can delete pictures, change how the picture looks on the screen, and so forth. Now, in this app, there is definitely a shift in social learning. So as a student is controlling the app, they would be able to then have a friend or classmate start explaining what is going on and drawing on the app. This could definitely be a social learning environment using this app. There's a great chance that students could work together to create the video. And there's an opportunity for students to independently create a video, then other students evaluate or assess their peers on the video. One example of this, if I delete this, would be using this as a tool to explain the process of solving a math problem while showing their work. So I will demonstrate that. We could do 24 plus 16. Now, using this whiteboard, they would then be able to see and hear their thinking in a visual way, and then peers would be able to view their work and assess how they're solving the problem and give feedback to that student of the process of solving a problem, such as, I agree or I disagree with your work. So this app would be a great way for students to verbalize their thinking within a math class. Some potential problems that I would anticipate seeing with this application would be the limited free option. So like I pointed out here, there are only 3 options available here for the free version of this app. And then the 3 options here at the bottom. When I click down here for the Unlock with Pro, you're able to see different options available when you upgrade to that Pro version of Educreations. So you would be able to export the videos and save your videos to your iPad using documents, maps, web, and more in your Educreation presentation. You may have noticed when I started, I only get 1 free draft in the free version. If I wanted to create another video, I would have to delete the video I already made. So that is a huge downfall, that there's only 1 draft or 1 presentation able to be created in the free, and having to delete that presentation once it's used. If you paid for the app, you would get plenty of space to store all of the videos you're creating and be able to share these tools with 40 students in your classroom. So 40 students will be able to have this app in their hands with that paid version. It does have a nice graphic so that you are able to see the pros and cons of the basic versus the pro. Okay, so that is definitely a downfall, and a potential problem would be that it is very limited in what you can use in the free basic version. Another potential problem that I could potentially see as I was doing my research on this and seeing some already made videos from teachers and students was the voice. Having a very quiet space to create this video is super important. The background noise was causing a lot of issues, and you need to remember you're teaching while you're using this app. So having a very boring voice and not being excited about what you're doing is going to translate through an iPad, just like it would translate within a classroom. So making sure that your voice is interesting as you're creating this video is super important. I'm able to save draft when I am done. Going back to my home page, you would have to log in with a created account to share this with your coworkers or your students to share this lesson. You're able to log in to save your lessons, see what you've watched as videos that you've watched, and then able to access some videos that are already created here, which can be very nice, but has its own slew of problems as you are trying to find videos to show your students. When looking at the 3 questions for engagement in the Triple E framework, this application can accomplish all 3. Does it allow students to focus on the task? Yes. If a teacher is creating a video for their class, they're going to hear their teacher. That teacher knows how they are learning. Using these pre-made lessons is not going to pull those students in as much as it would if their own teacher's creating them and they hear and they know how their students learn. So yes, but it depends on the teacher and how they're using it. When students are using it to create their own videos, there's not many tools in that toolbar to distract them, and it leads to less distraction as they're creating and focusing on more what they're creating within their slide deck, within their whiteboard. Does it motivate students to start this learning process? I believe it does. It continues that learning process. mostly due to the fact that their teacher is the one talking and creating. The teacher knows their learning style and can create and cater their video to their specific needs. It's going to continue that learning process. And then when students are the creator, they're able to communicate their learning and demonstrating their knowledge. This is just an extension beyond reading or doing a worksheet. This is an extension, and it is extending beyond, and that engagement is going to go hand in hand with that. It's going to motivate them to continue talking about what they're learning. That is powerful. And lastly, does this technology cause a shift in the behavior of students as they move from passive to active social learners? And I kind of touched on that earlier. Yes. This app is going to allow for some independent or co-use to explain their thinking, to explain their reasoning, work as a team to create a simple video, double check people's work as independent learners. Users can use their own work and voice to explain their thinking from multiple content areas. As you saw in some of these videos as I was scrolling through, there are categories in every subject. It is unlimited what you could use this application for. We see art, we see music, we see, of course, language arts, math, science. It is unlimited, and it allows them to collaborate and work together by creating something fun.